He's slippery. Woo! G'day folks, and welcome back to another adventure from around the next corner. You join us today in our episode as we head out west of Victoria. We've landed at Ditchfields campground. We're not sure where we're going to go for the rest of the trip, but we hope you stick around and enjoy the journey. So today we've got myself, Silent Shims riding in Hundo, and we've got our mate Michael in the MUX. Now you would have seen that vehicle back when we did our Vic High Country trip for us, which was back a few months ago now. So we've got the two of us out today. So we're looking forward to having a really good time. We've made our way out here to Ditchfields. Give you a quick look around. Now this is very different. I've stayed here before. Had some fires come through in February this year. So it's 2024 as we film this. So they opened it back up at the end of June. From there, it's looking really good. So always good to see the Australian bush on the regrowth, on the rebound as they say. It's a really resilient place and it's really good to see that happening here. So I think we made a bit of a decision that we might stay here tonight and maybe even tomorrow. There's a lot of tracks around this area, so we're thinking we might leave the swag set up and head on out tomorrow. But again, not sure what's going to happen, but I hope you stick around and enjoy. All right, let's get this episode underway. Woo! So it's pretty obvious to see that there used to be something here, and of course it was a hut. As those fires came through in February, obviously everything's got burnt down here. To be honest, from everything I've actually seen, all the posts all around the place, all the way this is designed, basically anything if it was burnable, it definitely got burnt on the way through here. That's always a sad sight to have seen, I would imagine, but luckily enough we've gone and rebuilt it and it's looking very pretty, and as it grows and grows over the years to come, it's going to look even more pretty. So yeah, I mean, have a look. Look at the growth back on those trees. Absolutely resilient. How good. So here we are in camp. Beautiful little spot. I've stayed in this exact campsite before, but it's definitely looked a lot different than last time I was here due to that fire. And I think it's going to be something we're probably saying a fair bit while we're here. But yeah, due to that fire, everything here is looking way different. So got ourselves set up tonight. There's MUX the MUX, Michael's set up, pan our way around here. We've got Hundo with Silent Shims and myself. We're all set up. We like a simple setup as the boys. We're not really picky or fussy. It's something we really enjoy, is getting out and about with, you know, a couple of luxuries, but a bit of the basics. That's camp for this evening. We'll go collect a bit of the downed wood around, get a fire going, settle on in, and yeah, we'll see you in the morning where we're going to go and hit up a couple of the tracks.
Well, good morning, folks. You have to excuse my sexy morning voice. I just got up. Make myself a quick brew and head on out for a bit of a walk. Look back over there, see the camp through there. And the boys are still asleep. It's pretty early in the morning. It's going to be a beautiful day today. So we're on track for about 30 odd degrees today, which is going to be great. I think we made a decision last night that we're going to head out and tackle some tracks. You know, last night we were thinking we might stay here, but I think we're going to push on. It was a really good night, as we say, settling in around the fire. Nice big roaring fire. I didn't really need it. I've been here before and it's normally quite cold up here. We're, I don't know, I want to say 600 odd metres above sea level, but Shims will put up where we are, how high now, and we'll see how close I was. Yeah, so I'll get up this morning, take me coffee, go for a walk, have a bit of a stretch. I'm going to head on down. There's a little fernery area down here, and I'm going to go and see if it still exists or whether the fire's got the better of it. So I've just come down here into the valley. It's good to see some water, and I've never seen water through here. So that dam is, yeah, I've never seen that, and I've never seen the river actually flowing. So it's beautiful down in here, and again, you can really see the resilience of the Australian bush. All these ferns are all burnt, but all the regrowth is coming through strong. So it's, yeah, it's really encouraging to see that the bush can bounce back. There you go. That was a little look at the fernery area here at Ditchfield. I always call it Ditchfields. For some reason I always call it the plural, but when we pulled in on the sign yesterday, I saw it was actually called Ditchfield. So you'll have to excuse me calling it Ditchfields, because I don't think that's going to stop. So for me now, I'm going to head back to camp, give the boys a bit of a rouse. We'll get up and about, have some breakfast, pack up, and yeah, we'll go head out and hit some of the tracks. All right, back at camp now. I guess time to razz up the boys. Here we go. Let's go silent shims first. Oh, look at that, he's already got himself up. Is this time for a face reveal? Here we go. What about Mikey? Let's give him a little stir. Oh, Michael. Yeah. Good morning, sunshine. 7:30. We're gonna get some breakfast going. It's a beautiful day.
7:30 sucks.
Well, there we are, all packed up, guys. Took us a little bit longer to get packed up this morning, but hey, a nice relaxed start to the day on our first full day of our long weekend. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. So we're going to put the fire out now and get on moving. Left a little bit of wood here for the next camper, so if that's you, you can thank us. So we're going to tackle a few tracks today. Not quite sure. We've been looking at new tracks, which ones we're going to do, but definitely going to try and keep it a bit easy. Again, could be a foreshadowing coming up now, but I hope not. Fingers crossed. We're going to head our way up to Mugwamp Hut and go and have a look up there. See if the fires were spared up there, but we're not quite sure, but we'll go and have a find out, and I hope you stick around. Well, here we are. We've made our way to Mugwamp. I can't believe it. The hut actually survived the fires. So this is a lovely little camp spot up here. Gets pretty chilly in winter at the top of the mountain here. Again, not sure how high we are. I'm going to say maybe we've come up to 800 meters, but Shims will make a fool of me now as he puts it up on screen. So yeah, this is a really nice place up here. Said hut still made it, so get it up here and use it. It's a great facility. Well, here we are. We've made our way up the top of the mountain. It's probably a bit hard to hear me, but yeah, it's definitely different on this side of the mountain. So we stayed down that side of the mountain last night. It's a lot calmer down there on the lee side of the mountain. And as you can probably hear now by the wind rushing through the microphone, it's a lot different up here on the ridge. So beautiful look out there. You can see all the way around. And we're actually going to go up there. Not sure where it leads, not sure if there's even some better views up there. But we'll go and find out. Turn around now. Shot of the bus coming in. Good times. So here we are at Mount Cole Reservoir. Yeah, beautiful little spot. Again, incredibly fire ravaged and fire damaged, but with the regrowth coming through, it is just, for lack of better words, it is stunning to see the bush recover. But you know what's not stunning? And I've mentioned this in my videos before, and hey, I don't think it'll be our viewers, but just in case you might forget this is not what we do, leaving rubbish around the place, guys, is just not on. Come on, guys. We've really got to look after this stuff better. And again, it probably goes in line with my theory of this is two-wheel drive access, so a lot of people can get here. And it seems to be everywhere we go that's two-wheel drive access has a lot of filth. So we've got to be better or they're going to take it off us, guys. Righto. So that was Mount Cole Reservoir. Beautiful little place here. I think I might come back and stay here another time. Yeah, so now we're going to head on up. We've decided to do Dutchman's track, I think it's called. Looks like it might be a little bit challenging, so we're going to have a good time there. And we've made a decision for today's destination. We're going to make our way over to the Grampians area and end up at Rocklands Reservoir. So we've camped there personally before. We didn't film it that particular time when we came through it. I think we camped on the north side of the reservoir, and we've decided this time to go and see what we can find on the south side of the reservoir. Alright, here we go, start of the Frenchman's track. New Tracks is telling us it's black, so we'll see what it finds out. And at the end, it looks like it's got a little hazard, so we don't know what that means. Hopefully it's something we can do. So, coming along Dutchman's track, Dutchman's Road, whatever it's called. We've actually come here previously. Again, when we weren't filming, we were here with a bunch of different mates. And look, we're not the world's most hardcore four-wheel drivers, but we're certainly after a bit of adventure. And down here, when we last came, was far too aggressive for what we wanted to do. So we've found ourselves here again on this time. We're going to go for a walk down there and have a look and see if we can make it this time. All right, well, we've walked the track, and for us semi-amateurs, middle of the class skill set, this is definitely going to be at the top level of the things that we'd like to challenge in our cars. We've decided to give it a go. Could be the dumbest decision we ever make, or it could be the wildest time we ever had. Let's find out. We've done the walk all the way down to the bottom of the track. We've had a look. There's a couple of really tough sections for us. There's definitely a little bit of hardcore stuff here, and particularly for both our vehicles, both Hundo and the MUX, don't have side steps, and particularly the MUX doesn't have a rear bar either. So this type of work here, I mean, if you just stay there and have a look, to give you an idea, it's just pretty deep. So I think we're going to make the smart call to not do this track. It's paining us to make that decision, but I think turning around and keeping less panel damage is probably the way we're going to go, and I suggest you do it too. There's no shame in it. So that's something about us at Around the Next Corner, guys. We'd like to encourage you to get out there, even in your standard four-wheel drives, and basic information on the app like New Tracks. Head on out there and give it a go. And we just want to show you that there's no shame in turning around. There's no shame in remaining safe. You don't need to be a bravado hero, and we really hope you enjoy that type of content, because that's what we're all about. Alright, so a quick stop for lunch here at, there it is, Nando's Hut. So yeah, a little quick stop for lunch, nice little spot. You can definitely get on down here and camp. So yeah, finished up our apples, finished up our sangos, and we'll get ourselves moving. We're going to make our way to, I think it was called Hellhole, which sounds like an inviting track. So we'll go and see if Hundo and the MUX can conquer Hellhole. So that was Hellhole track. Perhaps in a past life that may very well have lived up to its name, but for us, absolutely perfect four-wheel driving for what we like to do. A little bit of a spirit of adventure, a little bit of a challenge, but pretty much no chance of doing any damage. So, yeah, that was really good. So here we are. We've now made our way to Chinaman Link Track. So this says on new tracks that it's supposed to be our level of confidence and challenge. So let's give it a go. Famous last words, but as we drive along the Chinaman Link Track, it's definitely been graded, I'd say, in the last 6 months. There's a lot of pushed out dirt, it's very smooth, very easy, but we'll take that. Spirit of adventure is high, sun's out, boys are having a good time. So from now, we are going to make our way over to Rocklands Reservoir, over near the Grampians. So it's a couple of hour drive for us, so we're going to get on into it, get it done, and we'll see you on the other side. So here we are at Rocklands Res, and we're trying to find a nice spot to camp. So we've left Mick back with the MUX at one of the other spots we found, but it's right on the water. It's beautiful views, but it is absolutely blowing a gale there. So Shims and I have decided to hop in the car and take Hundo just up and down a few tracks just to see if we can find maybe a slightly better place to camp. So if we can get out of that wind, it'd be pretty helpful. But yeah, we'll see you when we find something. Okay, so after a little bit of deliberation and a bit of driving around, we've made our way to a more of a sheltered point here on Rocklands Reservoir. So yeah, we're getting the Hundo and Muster just in now. We're just going to get everything set up, get the swags and everything set up, collect a bit of wood and settle on in. So yeah, it's going to be a really good time. We're looking forward to it this evening. Alright guys, well, the end of a busy day. The flies have come out. They're absolutely horrendous right now. But we're cooking some chops, got a bit of veg on the go, and we're about to sit down and have some dinner. Got the fire going. It's yeah, going to be a really beautiful night. We've made a decision that tomorrow we're going to make our way down to the Otways. So if that's something that interests you, stick around and find out what we get up to. Aroo!